Hello everyone, this is Angie. This is my channel about cross stitch. If you're here for the cross stitch, I'm glad to have you. If you're not, you could always hit the dislike button and turn me off. That's fine. This is Bubmie Stitches. I am Bubmie Stitches on Instagram, and I'm here to talk about my cross stitch. And today is Wednesday, August 6th, 8th. Oh gosh. It's the 6th. I don't know what date it is. It's summertime. I still have a week before I have to go back to school. So I have been busy. It's been crazy. I'd like to start off first by, I always show off my mother-in-law's Afghans, and I have to show this one again because last time I had it backwards, and I knew it was backwards because the halo is these stitches called popcorn stitches. That's one of them. So I just like to show it in its correct glory because it's a beautiful, beautiful Afghan. I love this thing. So I thought I'd show it again. And there's all these popcorn stitches around each panel. It's made of panels of those angels. So I thought I'd show it correctly. But then here's a new Afghan. This one's she just took all of her thread that she had. She always had tons of thread, you know, like us cross stitchers. And she just stitched together. I don't know what this stitch is called, but just kept using all of her thread. I love this thing. It's nice and thick. It's good in the it's good in the winter, and it always makes me happy to see her Afghans. Okay, I have two huge piles around me. I don't know what to start with. Let's start with finishes. How's that sound? I can move this pile. I have been busy. So I finished this Bent Creek Halloween piece. This was one of my whips. I think I had the pumpkin done and a little bit of the web. And also by Bent Creek, I finished this one. I think it's called Shake It Up Snow Globe, if I remember right. It came fully kitted. So I don't know what this linen is, but it's pretty coarse. But it wasn't bad to work on. And it came with all the buttons and the beads, because these beads here. And then I've been FFOing. I got Whale Hello There done. That's Kathy Haberman, hands-on design. And I've had this Cubs piece done for a long time. This is an old pattern, maybe early 80s. And I finally finished it on this board, and I wish I could remember where I got the board from, but I don't. Shout it out if you know. Okay, and then, because I was watching Pam and Steph and Just Keep Stitching, and on their back wall, you know, they have all their summer things up, and I kept having envy, and so I finally framed up from Stephanie Webb, Lindy Stitches, this A Change in Latitude Would Change My Attitude. Now here's the funny thing. It looks a little washed out, a tiny bit. The blue is a tiny bit washed out. I don't know what fabric it was, but it was a hand-dyed fabric. And I had used one of those stretcher frames that it's wooden, and then you tack your piece, your fabric onto it with these little like thumbtacks, but they're not thumbtacks. They're gold, and they were specially made. You hammer them in. Well, I didn't do it exactly right. So the edge right here was a little bit dirty, and it was going to show in the frame. So I used all DMC, so I just stuck it in the bath, gave it a little bath, and my water turned blue. It didn't affect any of the white fabric on him, but I'm happy with that. Glad to have him finally fully finished. Oh, and then I think it's sometime I showed you guys, my brother gave me a whole bunch of woobles, Snoopy woobles, for my birthday last year, and it was my goal to have something done for this year, and I made Snoopy. I I know enough about crochet to be a little bit dangerous. My grandma taught me, and my grandma was a prolific stitcher. One time I'll show you, she made doilies, and she used very, very fine thread and a teeny tiny little hook, and she made these very intricate doilies. And so she taught me how to make a chain, and I could make a stitch. I don't know what the name of the stitch was, but you know, I never made anything. Like she taught me how to count, how to like do all the things. So it was fun because you have to, the only way to make this pattern is to watch the video. And it was very good. It was really good. So if you want to buy a Wooble and start, I know that they came out with Harry Potter ones. The directions were fabulous. The videos were fabulous. I know he's a little cockeyed, but I'm happy for my first attempt. I could go back because you register your inside. You get a code and you register it. So I could go back and make another one, and maybe I'll do better. But I'm pretty happy with this. He's cute. But I got a whole bag. I've got Woodstock. I got a Santa Claus outfit to make him. I have his when he's like Camp Snoopy, the brown hat and a little scarf to make. So, all right. It's been a busy summer, let me tell you. It's been a busy, busy summer. I went to StitchCon. It was fabulous. I was there with all my friends. It was great. I had a great time. Let's show you what happened at StitchCon. I'm not going to tell you like everything, but it was a great time. Barbara does a great job. I love StitchCon. The people are great. Barbara's philanthropy is great. We raised $50,000, so students in the Sharonville area will get, if they need glasses and need a eye doctor appointment and their parents can't afford it, they will get their appointment, and if they need glasses, glasses. We raised $50,000 for that, and that was great. This was my finish. I did the Smalls Exchange, and a lovely lady named Cheryl got this. Cheryl's not on social media, but I made a little pillow. It was out of the punch needle and primitive stitcher, and then I think Susan from Keepsakes finished it into this little pillow, and it's a little, there's scissors attached to it. So, and some other little goodies. She was so sweet. And then I got from a lovely lady named Julie from New York. It's so fitting since I love snowmen. This beautiful pillow. I love it. I love it. Love it. And there were Hershey Kisses in there, which I, of course, ate. And oh, and I think Vanna finished this. Some towels, some snowman towels. Those will be fabulous. And it was tied up with this beautiful Vanna cording. I took a class with Vanna to learn how to cord. It was great. So yeah, so now I could like finally get these out of the bag because I've kept everything all together because you shouldn't use it till you show it. And so now I could put it all away. I got some fabulous gifts. Check this out. I've never seen one of these. So this is like it's a little tube, and it's got, oh, here we go, it's got a hook on top, and you put your silks or your threads in here to keep them from getting dusty. And a little thread thing from my sweet friend Terry. How cool is that? My threads are just hanging over there every so often. I play with them so much they probably they get undusted because I'm always playing with them. But I love this. I love it, love it, love it. And from Mary, I got this beautiful this bag that she made. It's got this big pocket right here. Put your pattern in there, put stuff in there. Such pretty colors. Pretty colors. Mary Crossett's quite the seamstress. And then Katie is a Cricut expert, and this is one of the motifs from the Jacob de Graaf piece that we did last year, and a lovely tape measure. And I got a gift certificate to Keepsakes and a little Prairie Schooler pattern that I didn't have, and some chocolate that I promptly ate. And this year, for the first time ever, I won a basket in the raffle. I got a one of those milk glass dishes with the frog was in there, but I gave it to one of my friends who didn't have one. This basket, I don't remember who made it. Sorry, the shopkeepers, all the people who work at the shop make a basket that goes into the raffle that goes towards the philanthropy. And so yeah, so this one is bird themed. So I got this adorable little birdhouse that looks like a pincushion. I will put that outside because my kids got me a one of those bird feeders that has a camera inside so I could see what birds are coming to the bird feeder. And it's been fun this year having it out there. It's out in our yard. We have a huge yard. And we had a possum. No. We had a raccoon who came to eat, and he ate a lot. So then we researched how to not have the raccoons eat. So we bought Cajun bird seed because apparently birds don't taste seasoning, but the raccoons and the squirrels do. So that was the end of him. The birds I don't feel like liked it as well, but they were still coming. And then I didn't go buy more. I just bought bird seed because we were out, and now the squirrels are there. So I need to go get some more Cajun bird seed. That was probably more that you wanted to know, but so what was inside my fabulous basket? Check this one out. This is Vintage Bird Stitches by Ethel. Love that. The Blue Flower Pigeon and Puddle, and floss drops and all the flosses to go with it. I love this. Boomerang stitches. Rainy day. Love boomerang stitches. Love them. They had a trunk show there. Boomerang stitches bauble birds. Scattered seed samplers, gathering together pin keep. Sorry for the glare. Hello by Liz Matthews, the Pennsylvania bird. Oh, that's come on. Crinkle. I'm gonna pull this out because this bag is. Yeah, I think that was everything that was in there. Maybe this was in there too. Yeah, probably. Scattered seed samplers, Home Sweet Home pin keep, and the charm. There's a charm and the thread and the backing fabric. Maybe the regular fabric is all in there. Yeah. So that was pretty exciting. It was very exciting. I want to say that it was Jen who made this. All right. Then I got, let's talk about the fabric I bought. I bought a lot of fabric. All the Things Mystic Fabrics. This was their May fabric of the month. All Things Lugana. Love it. It's just a little bit mottled. And oh no, wait, I didn't buy this at StitchCon. I brought this from Mystic Fabric. I think from Rebel Stitcher. That is who I believe I bought this from. I believe I bought it from Rebel Stitcher. I need to keep better track of what I bought when. Some of my friends, I'm not going to show all this. I will say this, one of my friends was, shared this, all about Irish samplers. right, there's my big box that came back from StitchCon. I did unload a bunch of stuff on the freebie table at StitchCon. But let's talk about what I bought. It was a big decision. I looked at it numerous times. I finally said I have to do it. I have to pull the trigger. I bought Christmas at Hawthorne Hollow. I'm not 100% that I will do the whole thing as one big thing. It's on display at Keepsakes. I haven't decided yet, but I really like it. We'll see, because I only have 10 million things going right now. That was something I kitted up. I got this fabric Atomic Ranch Hera. I think I bought that to kit something up. The secret ingredient is always love by Sue Hillis. This is something that my mother-in-law always said. We'd ask her, what's your secret ingredient? She'd be like, love. Liz Matthews. Hello from Liz Matthews. To all a good night. Oh, this is by Open Road Abode Needleworks. And it's a bison, and that is the name of our minor league hockey team in town, the Bison. And so I'm going to make this for my son, John, who loves the Bison. Heartstring Samplery, these turkeys, because I love these tiny stockings. I made one and gave it away. I made one for me, but I love that. And then Cecilia Turner, the 2025 Collector's Heart. Love Who You Are. I've been collecting these. I'm working. There's one in my whip pile. And Nicole, Buckeye Stitcher, she bought this, and I had FOMO, and because it is just, I got to take it out of the package because you have to see this, because this rabbit is just to die for. Oh my gosh, isn't that both ways? Isn't it just, this is like on a high count, like 46 count, and this is on a different count. This is 36 count, and this one is on 56 count. Now, I don't know if I could do 56 count. I've done 40 count. People say, I've heard them say, if you could do 40, you could do anything else. I'm not exactly sure, but maybe I could use like a 28 count Lugana and do it over one. But so cute. But this is to die for as well. And then I also bought fabric to go with it. I bought 36 count Atomic Ranch Sequoia. It is a gorgeous green. Isn't that pretty? So, very excited about that. Let's see, what else did I buy? I bought some Millennial Fabrics, River Rock, 32 count linen. It's gray. I got Heart and Hand Kindred Friends and got the threads for it as well. Oops, sorry. I need to pay attention to what I'm doing. There you go. And I got a sticker pack because I love stickers. Oh, but that's not all I got. What do we got here? I got some Grace Notes Brown Sugar Boba in 40 count. Look at me go, 40 count. Oh, this is so soft. This is so soft. Let's see, what else do I get? Here's some more Grace Notes Brown Sugar Boba in 28 count. 28 count Jubilant. And Grace Notes Barbara in Lugana, 32 count Barbara. It's beautiful blue modeling. Okay, and because I love Arlene Cohen, Works by ABC, I got 365 a year in stitches. I love this. I think starting January 1st, I'll do one a day. What else is in there? And I got pedal pusher winter visitors. Birds. So adorable. So adorable. That's the lot. It's a lot. But it was great. It was great shopping. It was great stitching. It was great fun. It was. This year, there was a dance competition going on at the convention center as well. A lot of dance moms. A lot of dance dads who were there. Don't try to talk to dance dads in the elevator. They ain't having it. All right. Let's talk about what I've been stitching on, and then I'll show you what else I bought. Because I got to go to Seattle. All right. You know my love of Stacey Nash and her Animal Cracker series. Love this bobbin. And I started it. I don't know what count fabric this is, but I got this. But here's my start. And this stitched up super fast. I'm excited about him. I'm going to show you something I got. So I've been collecting bobbins. I don't know where the other one is, but I've been collecting bobbins because I want to find the right bobbin, and I won't know what the right bobbin is until he's made. But I did find this in a store in Snoqualmie Falls, Washington. So who knows? All right. What's next? Oh, I've been working because you know I'm going to be a grandma soon. Less than 50 days. I think it's less than 50 days. I got a countdown. $42 days-ish. Because who knows when baby will come when baby wants to come. This is by the Blue Flower. This is baby animals. They had it on display at StitchCon. It's so gorgeous. Tori said that she would like to put this in like a little reading nook. Here is where I have gotten. That bear was no joke. I am enjoying this very much. And no, I didn't keep track of what fabric it's on, but it is a linen. I think the card's not in there. In my Garan toten bag. How appropriate that I stuck it in this bag with all these animals. Alright, and then I've been working on Teresa Kogut's Wilbur. I'm going to put a cobweb up here and put a word up there, like awesome or something. Or fabulous, I think fabulous, maybe. But I've been working on Wilbur. There's a lot of different color pinks in this baby. This is on a Lugana. No, or is it an even weave? No, I think it's a Lugana. This is how far I've gotten. He's coming along very nicely. I've been trying to keep up with my Whip Go goals for each month. I haven't exactly been successful, but I'm not doing too horribly. But I think I said in June I was going to catch up to everything I was not caught up on, and I did not succeed in that. You would think with being off on summer that I would be able to, but it's been busy. It's been busy. I've done a lot of travel. All right, so Paula Vaughn, the July, I'm going to go this way, the July quilt. I was afraid I hadn't touched it, and I had to, thank goodness I've been writing stuff down in the calendar, because I have, and I looked at my last video, I have done, I think I met my 500 stitches that I had put. So this flag got done. You can't see it, but there's white. There's white in here. There's white all up here that I did. and this red over here. So I did get a good amount done. I would really like to make more progress on that, but there's only so much time. All right, and then one of my other whip goes was Santa's house. And I started working on the house. I really like this. I love this house. I'm hoping I could get it done for Christmas. We'll see what happens. I didn't have to, but I did. I don't know what's up with myself. I think Melly Yelly has rubbed off on me because I have restarted more projects in the last year that I could ever remember doing in my whole stitching career. Because I restarted Peter Rabbit, and I have restarted this Give Greatly. I pulled it out last night because it's part of my, I think it's August Whip Go. And I love this. I love Silver Creek samplings. I love all the things that they've done. And I pulled it out. This is where I was. The called for color down here is called White Lightning by Weeks. And it's a white gray. And where you see that gray, that's just supposed to be the white. I don't know if I was going at diagonal. I don't know what was going on. But I'm like, I don't like that at all. I didn't like it at all. And so I looked at my thread and I pulled out Snowflake by Weeks. And I restarted it last night. There is a little bit of modeling in it. It's not going to show up in this light. There's a little bit of maybe like some aqua. It's not going to show, but there's just a little bit of modeling. It's like a blue-green, just a little bit. So I think but apparently I looked at this fabric. Apparently this is the third time I've restarted, because look, there's some over here. Just a little corner. So thanks, Millie. And that's okay. I'm happy to restart. I'm not saying that as a bad thing. I'm just saying that it's surprising me that I'm restarting things. But the other thing that I didn't like, the other thing I've done, this looks okay. It's pretty thick and kind of heavy, and I kind of like it sometimes when you're stitching and it's like, it has some girth to it. I love that scarf. But when I started restitching, because this is 2/2, and when I started it, I didn't like, and so now it's 1/2. If you're going to do it, I restarted Take Me Out to the Ball Game too. I don't know what's up, and I'm not saying it is a bad thing that I'm restarting. If you're going to spend all the time doing it, you might as well be happy with it. So there's nothing wrong in restarting. Or ripping out, and I wasn't going to rip that out. I wasn't going to even try. All right, what else do we have here? Okay, I told you last time that I was starting Baby Meyer's stocking. Here is what it will look like. And I have started. And here's where I'm at. Progress on this, I'm gonna need to ramp it up and work on it more often, because there are half stitches in here and there are blended threads in here. But it's not going too badly. But you know what's weird? This is the Ada. This is what it came with, and which I don't mind. But I've tried to put this in a hoop. My hoop won't hold it. It pops out because this fabric is so stiff, and it's Ada, but it's fine. I don't mind stitching in hand. All right, it's not a whip. I don't think I put it on my whip piece. in my whip list. Maybe I did. I don't know. But it's a little one of the little Prairie Schooler cards. I don't know. I don't even remember when I started it. One of these, and I started it, and I took it on a trip because we went to Seattle to see Dave's sister, and I thought, oh, this will be perfect for the plane. I'll get it done. And I thought, oh, that's just so little. Like, you'll get that done in no time. No big deal. So why don't you have another piece of fabric in here? And you had this one, so you could maybe get 2 of them done. I don't know what I did, but I'm not stitching this with the called for thread, and I didn't have the called for thread, so I didn't get that done. But I found the right thread that I switched. But I started on the plane. I started this one, and look how far I've gotten. So, pretty excited about that. And then, oh, I think this was a purchase. I think this might have also been a StitchCon purchase. I just love this. I love it made both ways. My husband goes, I think you're going to have to make it twice because he likes it both ways too. So I got all the called for threads. And the other night I was sitting outside because it cooled off here in Illinois a little bit. And I started on a house. This is on like it's hard to tell in this light, but it's like a gray Lugana. I really need to be better about keeping tags on my fabric so I know, and I could tell you guys. All right, there's what we had. So that's what I have been stitching on, but I have more haul. I have more haul. Let's see. I had birthday haul. I got a gift certificate from a friend for my birthday. I bought the threads to go to Nativity. Apparently I let my subscription lapse, and then I was having FOMO, so I had to get this. Hands-on Design has the craft room. Let's see. Here's part 1. You say I'm crafty like it's a bad thing. I think you guys have probably seen this. And then part 2 is I was stitching when stitching wasn't cool. I haven't seen part 3 yet, but I'm behind in the times, so I'm sure it's out there. And then by Shakespeare Peddler, This Land Was Made for You and Me. It was. Okay. And then I went to Seattle with my to see my sister-in-law Liz. We had a fabulous time. We went to the Snow Caves State Park. I don't think that's exactly what it's called. I think it's called the Big Four, maybe. Took a boat ride on Puget Sound. We went to a Mariners game. They won with a walk-off home run. That was great. We'd been to a baseball game 34 years ago when I was pregnant with my oldest and went to a Mariners game, but they got a new stadium, so we had to go back. When we were getting ready to go out there, the only research I did was if they had a cross-stitch store or not, and they did. It's called Threadwork Street. It's in Issaquah. I don't know which direction from Seattle that is, but we went to Snoqualmie Falls, so it's not far off the beaten path from Snoqualmie Falls. Lovely shop. If you want to go on Instagram and look at my, I posted pictures of it. You can go online to Threadwork Shop, Threadwork Street Needle Shop, and you can order some things online. I think you have to call the shop to order online. I don't think you can order just offline. And she doesn't have the patterns listed online, but she's a lovely lady. So if you just call and say, hey, do you have X, Y, and Z pattern? If she has it, I'm sure she'll help you out. And she had tons of thread. Oh my gosh, she had tons of thread. And there's pictures on Instagram. So what did I buy? My main thing that I wanted to buy when I went was I wanted to buy, while in Seattle, a Seattle thing. So I found 2 Seattle patterns. I found one by Tiny Modernist. And then I got this one by Satsuma Street, Pretty Little Seattle. And she had this done. I'm going to take this out of the package. She had this up in her shop. She had done it, and it was beautiful. Only she left out the rain clouds because she doesn't enjoy the rain. My sister-in-law Liz enjoys the rain. So it was really pretty done. And she also redid how, I guess this is the library, she redid the threads on there. And she shared that with me. She shared what she did. So it's pretty cool. It's beautiful. She had it in a frame. So she was a very nice lady. My son Ben and his wife went to Italy, and so I got one of grapes. So, and my son Ben loves lemons, so I got this one to make for him. For the first time ever, I bought some Karen water lilies for a pattern I'm going to do. Pretty pink. Oh my gosh, the choices it was really hard to choose. In my last video, I showed you a prairie schooler and said that I was tired of doing the snowflakes, and I don't do I tend to not do words, and so I said I'm just going to buy a snowflake button. She had her buttons. It was fabulous. A lot of times you go into shops and everybody does what they need to do and to have their shops sellable and their space, and she had most shops have like a case with drawers, and sometimes you have to be careful because like you don't know how far the drawer is going to come out and you don't want to pull it out too far so the drawer drops. She had all of hers on a carousel, and she had all them hanging by these little packs. She goes, that's the only way. She said that's the only way she could do it. And it took up it was a nice space because her store was small and she had a lot packed in there. And so it was nice to have them all on the carousel and you could see them all. So I got, sorry. It's really hard to see. I couldn't decide which I want because of course I didn't have the pattern. So I got 2 of those. I got this big chunky one. It's like ceramic. And then when I was checking out, she goes, hey, did you know that Mill Hill has like little buttons? So I got these. These are like metal. So we'll see what works. I do a lot of snow things, so that works out. And I found the 3rd pack to Lila's ugly sweaters, which are not ugly. And my son Thomas got a job teaching in the Chicago Public Schools. He will be in the Inglewood in a junior high. He got himself certified for junior high. We're so excited. And he's going to teach 6th through 8th grade. And so I'm going to, by the Primitive Hair, I don't know if I'm going to do this whole thing or if I'll just do the portrait and maybe put her name down here and her dates, 1822 to 1913. All right, but look, I didn't realize this till later. Here's the spool and the needle. So I bought this, and then we went to Snoqualmie Falls, and then we walked around the little town, and I found this. How cool is that? I didn't even realize it till later, but I'm pretty stoked about that. I didn't know if I would make it through TSA with these puppies, but I did, without a problem. They didn't even bat an eye. All right. So, I've been a little bit better about writing in my planner. July was pretty good. I've been good so far in August. So, I did get my stitches on Wilbur done. I finished my Shake It Up Snow Globe. That was July for WIPGO. Gathering Snowflakes. Oh, I didn't show that. I wonder where that's at. That's a Luminous Fiber Arts. It's the Snowman. I got 264 stitches on him. And then Nashville Sampler, I was supposed to do 500. I know in June. I don't think I touched it. But we did a lot. Let's see. I broke my ankle. I fractured it. First time I've ever had a broken bone. We made an unexpected trip to Nashville to go be with our kids because their sweet dog unexpectedly died. We're devastated. Dutch was a fabulous dog. He was a special needs Bernese Mountain Dog. We loved Dutch so, so much. We were absolutely devastated. I'm looking for a picture to show you a picture of Dutch. I'm sure I've shown you a picture of Dutch, but Dutch deserves to be shown again because he was, here's Ben at the Nashville Sounds game on Dog Day. So this was Dutch, and he died unexpectedly, and they're devastated, and we were devastated, and so we went to be with them. We went again to Nashville because, we made a trip to Chicago because we had to see our kids, but my son Thomas's and his wife Char's dog Georgia turned 9. She's a long-haired German Shepherd. She's adorable. She's a very sweet dog. But then, where's the best picture? My son Matthew got engaged, so there will be a wedding next year. Super excited about that. Went to Florida to see my dad. My dad's doing great. He's going to be 85 this year, so we'll probably be making a trip down there for his 85th birthday. So Dad's doing good. I wish that I was techie and I could just insert these pictures. So sorry. But then my sweet children cannot live without a dog, even though they're going to have a baby. So meet Louise. They got another burner, and they got her from California, and she is the bomb. She's so cute. She's so freaking sweet. So we love, love, love her dearly. She's getting big. She liked Lowe's. She wasn't sure what to think about Lowe's, and she didn't like their shopping carts. But we had a blast in Seattle with Liz and Ed. That's what I got. I hope you're all well. I hope you're stitching. I hope you will leave me a comment if you have something to say or just want to say hi. I would love it. I would like to thank if you're still listening, I would like to thank my new subscribers. I've got a couple, and that's all I got. I hope you have a great day and happy stitching, and it's back to school time. It'll be fine. I've got 2 years. I'm retiring. I'll be done in 2 years. So then all the stitching all the time. So bye, friends. Thanks for watching if you're still here.